everyone, welcome back. This is Denise. So today we're going to start painting in the Handmade Journal our two abstract pieces for a spread, and I'm working with a color palette so we can have some direction. Color Cube Volume 3 by Sarah Renee Clark. Card 523 is the one I've pulled out. And the reason I like it is because of the blue and the orange. So this book is the one, it's the Bare Spine Beauty Journal that I made in my Bare Spine Beauty bookmaking class. So you can find that class on Skillshare and my website if you want to make your own handmade journals with the lovely open spine. And we started the first page with the Holbein gouache color palette. And so I think it's a fun way to start the book out if you're like, I don't know how to start, I don't know what to paint on the first page. Maybe the supplies that you'll be using in the book would be an excellent way to start that, a color palette of those. And then as you go in, I'm going to be doing some color palettes. So I'm kind of thinking, and I need a book to set up under here. Oh, maybe this paint palette. Here we go. Let's set this under here. I want it to well, it's a little bit bigger. There we go. I want it to kind of be lay flat. And since we're at the beginning, this side is further down. So I'm kind of thinking if we're doing, and I don't try to get exact, I try to get close. But I'm kind of thinking like this G861 and G531 is real pretty for the blue and the orange. We have a pretty kind of salmony color that I could maybe pick up one of these other, like that G510 is kind of pretty, so maybe those two and that blue. It's going a little pastel on us. 827 for that yellow. And then we got a darker shade, so maybe that 588. That's kind of where I'm leaning into those. And it's a little more pastel, but that's a little more pastel kind of picture there. And I've got my Holbein gouache that we already created our palette here and then created our swatches and stuff for. So I'm going to be using this one through this book. I've decided this book is going to be this palette. I think that's kind of fun. And then we can open mark making up to whatever inspires us as we go. And I'm kind of thinking one dominant color over here, so maybe, I don't know, maybe these colors, and then another dominant color over here, so it could be like the blue-greeny color here, because that's a real light green. So that's one choice. I want them to be kind of abstract-y, just lovely, fun stuff. So I've got my 3/4 inch square wash brush that I think I'm going to start with. And I don't know, let's just see what we can paint. Let's start with this orange. The paper is dry. I start on dry paper. Somebody will always ask me that. Is that paper dry? Is that paper wet? That paper's dry. And I'm just playing. And maybe I want some white space, or maybe I don't. It's all about just experimenting with these supplies and being like, ooh, where can this go? Okay, I'm already liking where this one is going, in case you're wondering. Look at this. And, I'm kind of looking to do something a little different than, a lot of the other things that we've done. Every time I sit to start like a new project, I kind of get in my mind like, ooh, let's do pretty abstracts, or let's do this, or let's do that. And let's change it up from whatever it is that we've already done. So yeah, let's just change it up from what we've already done kind of thing. Let's go over here to this lovely blue. And I taped these up different because I thought, ooh, wouldn't that be fun if you had the same color palette, but something was different in the dominant colors that you used. And that's kind of fun to see, like, where can you take it? What can we do? And it's already looking a little different than I even was, like, in my mind kind of imagining, and that's like in a good way. Like, ooh, look what we've already got going on here. Ooh. And I want to still use some of the colors over here. I don't want to like leave a color out, but we might let some of these dry a little bit as we add the colors to it, or maybe not. I mean, I've kind of dipped that in just so that we know those colors are still in there. I'm kind of thinking that this is cool to have the same colorway but let something else be the dominant color, just so you can, you know, experiment with your colors and be like, oh, look what I can do with this color palette. It's kind of where we're going with those. Okay, that's super fun. I want to do some mark making in here, so I might do like a this is a clay tool, but it's just going to move the watercolor and maybe make some lines on the paper, but not really be like a pencil line or a colored line or something. It's just kind of fun to scar the surface a little bit. That's what I'm thinking. Whoa, look how fun these already are. Good start to this book. Hope I don't ruin it. I'm right there with you. I think that every time too. I just don't let it paralyze me. Because I don't want to mess it up. Look how cool this already is. Alright, we need to let these dry for a moment. And then I'm going to draw on top of them. So let's dry for a bit and I'll be right back. Alright, these are pretty dry, and I've got some Neocolor II pastels that I've pulled out because I want to come in with some of the mark making that I enjoy. It doesn't have to be anything, you know, perfect or exact. I just pulled an orange, and I'm kind of, this one's more of that pretty tealish blue color. I'm kind of feeling like mark making in a similar way of some of the minis and stuff that we've been doing, but at the same time, you know, a little bit different. Something that says, you know, ooh, this could be interesting. Okay, so I want to use the Kingart gel crayons. And I'm kind of thinking like, here's my color swatches. Kind of feeling like I like, you know, this color maybe. So that's the G5070, yeah, like this one. And I feel like I could either do some circles, or I can do some lines, or I can do some, let's just do it. I'm going to treat these like they're the mini ones, but they're bigger. And then I may, you know, as I go through this book, I may evolve that thought. But to at least get started, I kind of want to do something familiar and not get hung up on what we're doing. So kind of like that peachy one right there. Is that G5? Yes, this one. So I'm kind of thinking this one. And on this side, you know, I could do some lines. I could do, let's do like this. Like that. Also kind of thinking that I want some graphite, because you know me, I want some graphite. Just because for me it's a bold something in there that draws the eye and leads it around. Yours could be, you know, black pen, it could be colored pencil, which I've got the colored pencils over here ready to go, but kind of feeling like I want this, you know, deep gray. It's more of a charcoal gray. It's not really a black. That's what I like about it. Seeing that kind of led the eye around there. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Let's do some over here because I'm just feeling it today. And this is my Black Wing matte pencil, so it's in it looks the same as my 14B Faber-Castell pencil. Ooh, I like it. As far as boldness, I feel like those two are very similar in their boldness. Ooh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Now I do have some bold pencil over here, the Faber-Castell Black Collection, which are colored pencils that are bold. I do like the black edition. So maybe we'll do some scribble. Perfect! Oh my gosh. Favorite pencils here. I love them. Okay, let's do a different color over here because we're kind of pulling opposite different. Let's do the orange. Let's do the orange. It does kind of match my crayon there though. But just some scribble on there is fun. Okay, I like those. Feel like I need to bring back some white. So we can either do like white dots, or I can do big white swashies. We're going to do white dots because I'm feeling a white dot. It's my Posca paint pen. That medium bullet point, 5mm I think is what this size is. And to start off, again, I was just mimicking what I was doing with the minis, the mini paintings, these little fun mini paintings that I've been doing reels on and stuff. I'm kind of mimicking this idea in my larger sketchbook here with a different supply than you've seen me use, because this year's really been all about pull something out, set up just a variety of stuff on your desk and work with that. So don't get distracted about with all the different supplies that you have. I want you to decide on a paint base and your mark making tools and work with those. So I've got the black crayons, the Faber-Castell Black Edition pencils out. I've got the Neocolor II crayons over to my left. I've got the crayons just live in just a metal case I found at the antique store, so it's sitting to my left. These are just kind of propped up open so that I can see them. They're just propped up. And then I've got the Kingart crayons on my right. And what I like about that is then I have the little color swatch right there in the lid, and I'm ready to use those. And then I've got, you know, Posca pen and pencils and stuff in front of me, so I've pulled everything out in a way that I can use everything that's out. That's the goal. And I feel like for today I'm kind of there for this set. I like how bright and fun these are, like for reals. And then it's mahogany paper, so I'm going to see if I can tear it without tearing the paper. But I think I'm going to use the heat tool because it did pull a tiny bit of paper, and I don't want to ruin this in my book. Better safe than sorry. And that'll just help the tape release so that you're not tearing paper. Although I work on a cotton paper. If you're on a cellulose paper, like a student grade paper, any of those, you're more likely to tear your piece. And so I would really heat that tape up as I pulled it. But with the honey paper, I have good luck with heating it and let it release some, and then just very carefully pulling that tape. And this is a good test here too. Am I going to like having the two different sized abstracts? Same colorway, different dominance. Will we do the next one differently? Because really we either do them all the same, or we filter these in between, you know, some other fun layout that we come up with. So just got to decide what you want to do there. There's no right or wrong way to do your book. And because this is a book I'm doing it in, some of these pages are the front, some of these pages are the back of the pad of paper. So the front might react a little different than the back. How pretty this set is. Oh, I love it. All right. So, do we like it? Little big? And we can keep going little big, little big, little big, little big. Or we can swap it and go little big, big little, little big, you know, big little. Or we could, you know, switch to all being one size or the other, but I kind of like the little big, the difference, the colorway. How fun was that today? Hope you enjoyed getting a start on our lovely handmade journal book with different abstracts using the Holbein gouache and a few mark making tools. Just having fun making some abstracts, and I'll see you guys next time.